you know.
So Dasani water,
soft.
if you don't have New York water,
If you don't have,
use Dasani.
if you don't have New York water, you can use Dasani or Poland Spring.
Wow.
It's soft like New York water.
Okay.
You know, and it's got great flavor.
So this right now, you're sautéing onions to do your meatballs.
Right now, I'm making a pot of sauce. I'm sautéing onions. When they get a little more brown, I'm going to add the neck bones. I'm going to add the short ribs. And,
so what did you put in there with the butter?
This is olive oil, salt, pepper, and onions, and that's it.
Olive oil, salt, pepper, and onions.
That's it.
And you just guess and throw it in?
Yeah, everything is by eyeball. Eyeball.
Everything is with the eyeball.
You coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil. You put enough onions for as much tomatoes that you got, and that's it.
And then you throw in the short ribs, you throw in the neck bones. How long does that sit?
You let that simmer until it sweats out.
Okay, sweats out. What does that even mean?
That means all the fat comes out into the.
So Marie and I know nothing about the kitchen.
Nothing?
Like nothing. Don't know anything. It's really embarrassing, actually.
We gotta teach
But will you tell us a little bit about what you're making right now?
These are cauliflower fritters. We grew up eating these.
Really? I don't think I've ever had one.
So my Aunt Lulu was famous for making these.
Okay.
That's a cauliflower pancake. It's like you got garlic, parsley, salt, pepper, eggs, grated cheese. I just gave you the whole recipe.
Our dog was famous for eating them too. Gizmo.
That's right. She had a dog named Gizmo. And he used to eat them.
Oh,
Give
they
it a little
look
turn.
delicious.
Yeah.
You fry it in olive oil.
Yeah.
Try one over there. Delicious.
What do you got going on in that one?
Over here, I got bones. I got bones and onions. You got pork bones and you got beef neck bones. And we're gonna make sauce with this here. Once that gets a little more rendered out, that fat, we're gonna put the tomatoes in there.
Well, first of all, the fritters were amazing.
Yeah, those are so good.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Thank my
Now
Aunt
we're gonna
Lulu.
make a meatball pie.
Okay.
I know you girls don't cook, but we all got a meatball here. 1, 2, 3. So smash the balls up
Okay.
in your hand, and we're gonna throw it on the pizza.
What is this cheese?
This is mozzarella cheese. We cut it in cubes.
Okay.
All right.
Why in the cubes?
Because in the
good
old
question.
days, they had these. They didn't have the machines to grate the cheese.
Yeah.
So everybody would cut it with the knife.
Oh,
Cubes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So does it just melt evenly then?
It's gonna melt beautiful as long as you got that
Do you
oven
just?
hot.
Okay.
All right. So now we got our cooked
Should we put more?
sauce. Yeah, just put some over here, over there.
Okay.
All right. And then we're gonna add the cooked sauce.
What kind of sauce is this?
This is San Marzano tomatoes. We
Okay.
cooked it for about 4 or 5 hours on the stove.
Oh wow.
We cooked it with a little bit of meat.
Is there an art to putting the sauce on?
You have a steady hand.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
There's
thank
no
you.
measurements. We use the eye.
All right, we're gonna come back to this. So this looks really good, though. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right.
Can't wait. Meatballs. All right, that's pastrami.
So we got a restaurant called This Little Piggy Had Roast Beef, and we specialize in roast beef and pastrami sandwiches.
Oh wow.
This is better than Katz's pastrami. You like pastrami?
Yeah. Okay. What is pastrami again? I'm gonna ask it. I don't care.
Pastrami is brisket. It's smoked and it's cured.
Okay.
Try it.
Beef.
Beef.
Try
Okay,
it.
beef.
Try
You
it.
didn't know that either. No, I didn't, but I didn't want to
Beef,
ask.
yeah. Here, try it.
Hope you're not vegetarian.
No, we're not vegetarian. No way.
It's like butter.
So good to die for. Too bad you can't have this. It melts in your mouth.
So if you come to This Little Piggy, you got to order. It's called
Like it?
The Other Thing.
The other thing?
The Other Thing. It's served with coleslaw and brown mustard on Pector's rye bread.
Oh, yum.
Have you ever had it before?
No.
First time?
Yeah.
It's
so good.
Look at the way it
Yeah,
falls
first time.
apart. Look at that.
Yeah.
See that? And over here, we got a nice pot of sauce going. I got nice meatballs in there. I got bones in there.
Oh,
I got
great.
water up for the macaroni. We're going to make some nice ranzoni.
We need a nice Sunday dinner here.
call it macaroni.
Sunday dinner.
Got a loaf of bread. We're gonna dip some bread in here.
Dip the bread in the soak. Get in there, Sally.
All right, well, stay tuned. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, come on, give it a
Okay,
bite.
more Sunday dinner. Woo,
That's right.
All right, guys, we're live. This is the live looking astonishing is the only word here. So Francis, this is a sandwich you make at the Little Piggy place.
It's called This Little Piggy Had Roast Beef. We specialize in roast beef and pastrami. That right there is called The Other Thing.
What's on this?
That's pastrami, coleslaw, brown mustard on good old-fashioned Pector's rye bread.
This here, we got a nice meatball pie we're cutting up, old-fashioned style.
Wow.
Delicious, right?
Pector's rye.
Tastes like candy, right?
Oh, man.
Sweet, delicious.
Okay, French quarter.
Hey, we're ready back? Okay, guys, before we get into this food, I want to thank French Quarter's Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. That's FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. Now let's get down to some business. We just said this on the live looking. This is what you have at, again, the store is My Little Piggy.
This little pig.
This Little Piggy on First Avenue, 9th Street.
First Avenue corner of 9th Street.
This is pastrami, coleslaw, brown mustard on Pector's rye.
Pector's rye.
Oh my God.
The pastrami is like butter. All you got to do is look at it and it falls apart. It's delicious.
I've never tasted anything like this.
All right.
Has anybody else eaten it?
The pastrami?
John, you having it?
You have it?
Yeah.
He's got
It's
everything.
It's the pastrami is beautiful.
No.
It looks beautiful. It tastes. It really like dissolves in your mouth.
That's
No,
a
this is
cauliflower fritter.
cauliflower fritter.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is that delicious or is that delicious?
It's just like I'm eating a boxer's ear.
Oh, thanks.
Well, now, how do you make cauliflower taste
That's a
good,
poor
Mike?
man's dish.
You know, that was my Aunt Lulu's claim to fame. She says, I can make cauliflower taste good where you want to
Is
eat.
this on the Italian side, Aunt Lulu?
That's all the Italian side, yeah.
Oh man. Now some milk?
I'm having right now, guys.
Mike, the way you eat, how do you eat, Mike?
You gotta have the pork. The pork is
You
the
eat like
flavor.
an animal. You eat like a fucking animal.
It's good, though.
I mean, an animal.
Mike, you like the pastrami?
Look at the way he eats
We're
it,
gonna eat good today,
though.
guys.
Eat it like a sandwich, Mike.
I'm just taking it one part at a time, while I love this. It's so good.
Mike, what's
Mike,
your
wanna
favorite
make it
place to
nice
eat
before hero?
sandwiches in Staten Island now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you like meatball?
Where do you like to go to Staten Island sandwich?
I like Nunzio's.
How about Ariema's? You go to Ariema's for a nice cold cut sandwich? Highland and Buell?
Oh, yeah, they've been around forever. I love that.
Forever.
You don't know what he's doing. He sends, you know what he does? You want to hear sacrilege? He sends his brother to Subway.
No.
Does that make you want to strangle him? Does that make you want to strangle him?
I don't know, Mike.
How often do you go to Subway, Mike? He comes into New York to eat. We're in downtown Manhattan. He goes to the Subway. I mean, what kind of medigon are you? They're really aggravating, man. I don't even want to hear from him. I don't want to hear. There's the kid from Pennsylvania. He's got more.
Give him a meatball sandwich.
A meatball sandwich?
You try some of the meatballs? Full. You eat
So
them?
good.
I had the.
One of us. Well,
I had
you
my
are so
first.
yuppie, man.
I had my first
Where's the
try
bread?
of
Put the
the
bread on.
artichoke pizza,
Put the loaves of bread up.
and the artichoke has so much more flavor than I thought an artichoke could.
Well, no, it's all just. And now, by the way, you cook like my mom in the sense that it's all improv. You don't measure stuff. You just like eyeball it.
Eyeball everything. Taste it. A lot of salt, a lot of grease, a lot of onions. That's my
Yeah.
philosophy.
And when you think it's
And
ready,
a lot
you
of
gotta cook
grated
a little more.
cheese. Speaking of, there you go. Put a little pecorino on it. You got right over there. See that
Guys, I thought I
container?
went to heaven. This is so great. I love this.
We got
I would have said
macaroni.
that too,
Put
but
the
you're here.
macaroni in.
Oh man.
Oh, Sally, boy, come on.
Liz, could you hand me that napkin?
Thank you, sir.
And hand me a couple napkins.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, what is this? Is this a signature sandwich of the place?
There's 3 sandwiches. They're called this way, that way, and the other thing. This way is roast beef with cheese whiz on a roll, like a French dip with au jus. That way is on Italian bread with fresh mozzarella and black gravy. Salt to put you to cardiac arrest.
Wait, black?
We make it black. A lot of gravy, master. A lot of beef base. And that's fresh mozzarella, toasted Italian bread. That's called that way. And the other thing is pastrami on rye with coleslaw and mustard. That's how we serve every
So
sandwich.
this is the other way?
This is the other thing.
The other thing.
There's this way, that way, and the other thing.
This is the cardiac arrest.
Now, is that prosciutto too, or?
No, you got pork, you got beef bones, and you got meatballs.
Look at how the meatballs just fall apart.
Yeah.
So, tell
A
us
little bit of
about
grated cheese on here.
Pizza Cut.
Yeah, someone should try to conduct an interview right on the radio.
Well,
Pizza Cuz. We go all
Yeah.
around the country eating pizza.
about 6 months ago, the Food Network, the cooking channel, came to us and they says, "You guys want to make a TV show
Yeah.
about pizza?" And we said, "Well, what do we have to do?" He says, "Nothing." He goes, "All you do is we're gonna fly you around, You're gonna go into the pizza stores. You're gonna eat the pizza. You talk to the guy making the pizza, and that's it.
That's what we do
So
anyway.
this came to you because
Because we own Artichoke. We own Artichoke.
You know, Artichoke's been around. How long's Artichoke been around?
March 2008.
Yeah.
you're well known for your cooking. They know that you guys are
We're
best
well known
friends
for
and your
we're
cousins.
first cousins, you know.
Well, they're well known for the pizzeria.
Yeah.
You know, they like the you know, the New York accent.
Yeah,
You know,
they
they accentuate that. Come on, more forget about it. More not for nothing. More, you know.
Oh, really?
But it's all fun, you know. It's
Yeah, they
good.
like that.
So where have
They
you
like that.
Where have you eaten pizza, and does it compare to your own?
You know what? I mean, I can't say anything bad about any of the places that I've been to. They were all great.
Who picks the places?
The production company, and they did an amazing job. They were an amazing production company.
Some of the places we went. Well,
Does one place stand out in your mind? That,
yeah.
Yeah, there was a place that we went to in San Francisco on Mission Street called Zante with a Z. A couple Indian
Right
guys.
in North Beach?
Well, not North Beach. We went to LaGuardia Bakery. It was out of this world. That's the Little
I've been
Italy
there.
section.
I've been
Unbelievable. We went there
Zante?
too. Zante.
Indian pizza.
Zante.
A couple of Indian guys from Queens went down. They bought an old school pizzeria restaurant. They converted it. It had pizza ovens and a mixer. They converted it to an Indian restaurant, and they started playing with the ovens. And they made an Indian pizza. They put turmeric in the dough. They put curried spinach.
Turmeric, is that a main ingredient in mustard?
Yeah, it makes stuff yellow. You know?
Okay.
A little flavor to it too.
So they put down this curried spinach as a base. Then they put baba ganoush, which is eggplant.
All right.
You know? They put curried cauliflower all over, fresh cilantro. They cover it.
was mad
Tandoori
spicy.
chicken, big handful of mozzarella. Put it in the oven. Comes out. One of the most delicious things I ever ate.
You like hot?
Yeah.
It was spicy. It was
I
So
was
what,
never-
what makes that spicy? What did they put in
Because
there?
it's curry. It's loaded with curry.
Oh, okay.
Curry's
spicy.
and everything.
Good.
Curry's
Right.
spicy. You gotta stir the
Where is that
macaroni.
located?
I just did.
It's on
In San
Mission
Francisco.
Street. Mission
Okay.
Street, all the way down. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with. I've only been there a couple of times, San Francisco, but it's all the way down, past that famous burrito joint, El Farolito.
It was a
which
great
Yes.
place in
best burrito
Larkspur.
I ever ate in my life.
But that bakery you talked about, I went there once.
LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Deadly. They sell it. They call it a slab. It's not a slice. It's a slab.
Right.
So you go in there. It's $5. They give you the woman comes out. She's the great granddaughter of the original owner. The oven in the back, it looks like a locomotive train. It's the size of the studio. It's gigantic. And for $5, she cuts you what we call a slab. It's the size of the stove. And they wrap it in wax paper,
Yeah.
and they give it to you cold.
Put the string on and you take it out.
And they sell out every day, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They shut the doors, they're done. They close.
What makes it so good?
You know what? I don't know. It's just delicious. It's,
What's on
Some
it?
people
It's
just
just
know what
There's
it's
nothing. There's just tomato sauce. So they have different flavors. Some of them have scallions, green onions. Some of them have rosemary. Some of them have grated cheese. Some of them have thyme.
That's
They're
a
just
lot of
different
work.
What
herbs.
did you have when you went there, Artie?
Excuse me.
He's got it.
I
He's
didn't
got
put
it in
olive
his
oil.
I just
chest.
had a second. I don't even remember. I had a
Where's
slice
the
of
olive oil?
But how early do people like that have to wake up, Francis, to start working on it?
They probably in there like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, making dough. You know,
Done
stretching
by
out the
3.
doughs.
It's nice and soft though. I mean, some
So drop
focaccias you
olive oil
get,
in
I
the-
mean,
in the
it's
water.
all stale, but this one.
So it's like a 24-hour job, though, because they close the doors at 3, but then they got to get ready for the next day.
Artichoke is open till, I sell pizza on the weekends till about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
I've been to the one on McDougal at 5.
All the nightclubs get out, you know, they start bum rushing you about 4:35 in the morning. But then you get all the staff, the people that work in the industry, and they got to eat too. So the waitresses, by the time they're done tipping out, and by the time the bartenders are done cashing out their drawers, 6 o'clock in the morning, they're coming in, they're eating pizza.
See, but that's the move. You guys opened up in a couple areas where there were nightclubs where celebrities
Right,
went.
nightlife.
So some celebrity saw you feel like that's how they come out, told me about it, so you have to try this. And there's always, you know, different faces you see on TV and stuff in there, and it became like
Justin
word of
Bieber
mouth.
was in there last night, hiding in my
Oh,
bedroom. It was on
everybody.
ETV today. He's in there all the time.
Fergie, the Hiltons, all.
You name it. Leonardo DiCaprio comes in all the time. You name it, they've been there.
Yeah.
They all come there. They love it. You know?
So what about these other, did you do the pizza thing in Pizza Cuz? Did you go to Chicago and do the
We didn't
deep
go to
dish?
Not
Chicago.
yet.
We
No?
did a deep
Not
dish
yet.
in Portland in a place called Dove Vive, which was the closest thing to a Chicago deep dish. that we did so far.
Next season, you got to go to Chicago.
Well, let's hope there's more seasons of Pizza
Detroit
Cuz.
too.
There'll
We did
be,
a,
but
we did
there's
a pan
gotta be.
pizza in Detroit.
What I
Buddies.
can't see them not doing more of that. Come on.
Oh,
Where would you
hopefully.
send them in Chicago? That's a Chicago guy. Where would you send them for pizza? If you got one
See,
foot.
I like thin.
Eh.
He's standing behind me. I like thin. So there's a couple of Spacca Napoli, on the north side.
Oh, but they're
Great
famous
Lakes.
for the deep dish. So who's the best one? What's it called, Sal? Luminati's?
Yeah,
Lou Malnati.
Lou Malnati.
Pizzeria Uno, Lou Malnati's, and Giordano's. I like Lou Malnati's.
The thing about Pizzeria Uno, you can't think of it as a franchise because it's the first one.
Right.
It was unique.
Right.
And I've stood online at Pizzeria Uno in Chicago to eat there. It's extraordinary. It's not like one here.
Right.
But that other place I never went to, we got to go. I'm doing a gig there a couple weeks.
June 15th, 2 shows.
Yeah, 2 shows at the Park West. Oh man, this sandwich is unbelievable.
Delicious. Delicious.
And the meatballs.
We're gonna eat macaroni, so save some room.
Oh.
I didn't have meatballs yet.
Yeah, all right.
Or a fritter.
You got to try the fritter. The fritter's outstanding.
I have not had a fritter.
That famous chef David Chang is a big fan of those fritters.
I met him
fritters.
once, David
Mama
Chang,
Foucault guy.
Yeah.
He came into Artichoke when we first opened. I didn't know who he was. I'm from Staten Island. He comes in, he goes, I own a restaurant around the corner. He goes, if you ever need anything, he goes, call me up. I said, what's it called? He goes, Mama Foucault. I said, Mama who? I thought he was cursing at me. I said, Mama what? You know?
And that's his famous place?
And there was a guy standing there at the time against the wall eating a slice who happened to be some famous food blogger, and I didn't know who that guy was either. And he wrote about it, and that gave us a nice big, press.
You just need one
push.
thing.
Yeah, that was one of the first things, was him coming in and talking about the cauliflower fritters. And the guy wrote in the thing, he goes, Francis and Sal don't know who Dave Chang or his Mama Foucault is.
But the food does the talking, They come in and they're not disappointed. They eat
That's
good
right.
stuff.
No, but how could you have this sandwich and not want to come back?
It's delicious.
See, but that's the thing. It tastes like you're eating at home. How do you got to have a good staff there to make sure it always tastes like that.
Listen, I always say the secret to success is good help.
Yeah.
Good help, hard work, and a passion.
We got a
you
lot
gotta
of
really
family
love
that
what
works
you do.
for us.
We got his little brother, Vincent, who's
Yeah,
over
his
there.
older brother.
My older brother. I got friends that I grew up with from Staten Island my whole life.
So it's
working
all
with us.
family and
family,
close
friends.
A lot of the family.
But as we expand, we're learning, how to get good help and keep them. That's the whole thing. You
Yeah,
got to
'cause
take care of people, otherwise they take off.
Because what happens is when you start cooking in bulk, it gets too salty, it's too much
Yeah.
Well, I have
sugar.
2 chefs. They've been with us from our restaurant in Staten Island for 25 years.
Yeah.
Spanish guys. They've been with us forever. And they're the only guys that make my sauce, aside from myself.
They know what they're doing. You trust them.
They know what they're doing. They're out of it. They're dynamite chefs.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I don't know, we'll just navigate around this. The band will be back at some point, and we're just gonna have some fun and try not to get lost in all this. It's the Artie Lang Show. Come on back.
So now what are you making with the pasta?
So right now what I'm doing, I got the macaroni in the pot. I take a handful of grated cheese, right, like this here.
Yeah.
Where's the basil? Give me that basil over there.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Give me that. Throw it right in there.
Right,
Dump the whole
what
thing.
it really looked like. Put the whole thing in. The whole
Dump it
thing?
right here. Right, dump it right in there. Now give me those clippers over there.
These?
That's right, right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
You go like this. Give it a nice mix.
Ah.
You know?
See, you call it macaroni, I would be like, there's spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. This is actually linguine. but
Linguine.
It's all macaroni
Okay,
to me.
all macaroni?
Yeah, everything is macaroni. Yeah. And you go like
So
this.
good.
Put it in the dish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go a little bit more sauce.
Wow. What about the bones? What did you do with those?
The bones, you take them out and you suck on them. They're delicious.
Really?
Yeah,
That's right, you suck the marrow out of them.
bone. Well, you give them to the dog, Sparky.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean you take...
Put a little
you
grated
really
cheese
actually
on
eat
it.
them? Wait, what do you mean you suck on the bones?
Yeah, you suck on the bones.
Really? I've
See how the meat, look. See how there's a little bit of meat left on the bone?
never heard
Look at
of
that. See that piece of meat
I'm
falling
sure-
off the bone?
Yeah.
That's the most delicious meat you
Okay.
can find right
All
there.
right, great.
If you look at it the wrong way, it
Perfect,
falls
perfect.
off.
We'll be back. Thanks.
Welcome back to the Artie Lang Show. We've been doing some eating. John, keep an eye on me, John. Just keep an eye on me.
I will.
I may lose it.
Yeah.
I just unbelievable. I can't talk enough about this food. It's been all about good music, great food, and relationship advice. That's been our show tonight. Fantastic live show on a Friday. Deborah in Las Vegas, you're on the air. You have relationship advice for me, Deborah? Fantastic live show on a Friday. Deborah in Las Vegas.
You gotta
Turn your radio
down,
off,
Deborah.
please, Deborah. Turn your radio down, and you're on the air, Deborah.
Okay, hi. How are you?
What's up, sweetie?
I like your show, and
Thank you.
I don't even like sports, but you just start talking, and I just don't even turn the channel.
No, thank you.
I was gonna give you a little relationship advice, but who the hell am I to tell anybody?
No,
about
but Deborah, your voice seems comforting to me. You're clearly an East Coaster.
Yeah, born and raised in Brooklyn, Canarsie, and came to Vegas in '80 to visit my mom, and just never went back home.
Well, tell me, what do you got for me? I need your advice. What do you got for me?
I think I was going to agree with Frank, your first caller, but then
Right.
I don't want to agree with a guy. But he was kind of making sense, but I think it is what it is. I think if I don't know, like, all the ins and outs of your relationship or really what's going on, but I think if you love somebody and they love you, that's it. I mean, I was with a guy, God rest his soul. He was a beautiful person, and we were together a long time. He wanted to get married. I didn't. He wanted to have kids. I couldn't. And he just learned to live with it. I think, if that's what it is and it's meant to be, that's what happens.
Now, without getting too personal, Deborah, why did you go to Vegas? That's kind of a hardcore town. What brought you out there? Showbiz or something?
No, actually, we had moved to Arizona, and my stepdad and my Uncle Petey opened up a bar, and I started attending bar when I was like 16, 17.
Oh,
and
okay.
I couldn't handle Arizona. They were like real cowboys. They came in, they put their guns behind the bar, sawdust on the floor, and I was like, I am so out of here.
Really?
Yeah, that was like 1975.
Okay.
And I'm talking shit-kicking cowboys,
Right.
and yeah. So I went back to New York, wound up getting married. Yeah, that was a good move.
You went so you went back to New York, got married. That didn't work out.
Oh no, that didn't work out in a big way.
Okay.
And I actually had to leave New York. It's a very long story, but anyway, my mom and my stepdad had moved to Vegas, and he opened up a club, a nightclub, a restaurant, and a disco, because they're so far behind in Vegas that disco was just hitting Vegas in like the 80s.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. So I went out there, and actually it was going on to like 87. That's how long like disco was. Yeah. It's.
You know what, Deborah? You should buy some flannel shirts and start playing guitar, because if my math is correct, grunge music should be hitting right about now. So you should
There you go. And then, so I want to talk to you about that. Now I'm looking at the food, and I'm like, I have to steal a line from you. I just want to punch you and kill you. That's it.
Now the food.
I'm looking at that sauce and those meatballs, and the two Medigon girls. No offense against them.
I know,
like,
they're very.
What do you mean, suck the meat out of a bone?
They're very sweet, but they're Medigon.
Oh yeah.
What is
yes.
Medigon?
Medigon means it's Italian, like slang to say like American, like waspy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't know anything about food.
Oh, and they seem very nice. Nothing derogatory, but if you don't know how to suck the meat out of a bone, please go.
No, they are very sweet, and we appreciate the call, Deborah. Deborah, call back anytime, by the way. I love your voice, and I appreciate